Hey everyone and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's dive into the 656th stream. And we started things off with an emote only mode. So thank you so much for redeeming that. I believe it was Rainbow Kappa TTV who got that in. So thank you ever so much. Weezlink, welcome on in. Pixel Knight, thank you so very, very much for being here. How are you all doing? Let's just spam all those fun emotes there. And I also love that Rainbow Kappa actually redeemed a highlighted message, which in this case was just PogChamp, and it was the little snake face PogChamp. So yeah, that was pretty funny. How be all of you this fine day? I hope things are well for you. Is that a new subscriber? Welcome.
Art of M heart, art of M heart, art of M heart, art of M heart.
Thank you so much, Mabe boy. Thanks. Wow, it's almost a year. Oh my gosh. Has it really been that long? Aw, Mabe boy, thank you so much for that. 11 months of subscribing, everybody. Can we get some more hype in the chat? I think we got to take the emote only off here. And Animate Barrel is in the house as well. Thank you so much. How are you doing, Animate Barrel? Did I see that? I thought I saw that. Yes, Animate Barrel right there with some Art of M hearts. I can breathe, Rainbow Kappa TTV says. Finally, we can talk. Phew, out of emote only mode, Animate Barrel says. Oh my gosh, thank you ever so much, everybody. How are you doing? Yeah, Rainbow Kappa TTV just launched our stream that way. I love it. Animate Barrel says, yay, it's me. Oh, it's so good to see you here. And my voice says, I know, you've been streaming for a year. That's pretty funny. I like it. Last night was the first time I ever fought Bouldergeist. Wait, I don't... What is Bouldergeist? I don't know, Weezlink. I don't know. My voice says, or I've been watching for a year. That's more to the point. Everybody, yeah, we're going to just settle in. Settle in. We're going to chat for a little bit. Oh, is it Luigi's Mansion? Gotcha. We're just going to start the stream with a nice casual chat. We've got that lovely Animal Crossing tunage going on in the background. I love that. Bouldergeist is the Mario Galaxy boss that's a rock, Weezlink says. Gotcha. I mean, I'm certain that I've played it at some point, but I don't remember the name, so thank you for letting me know. The boss rocks, Pixel Knight says. I love it. It's actually in a Luigi Mansion themed galaxy. Well, I guess that makes sense right there. Yeah, at some point I have played through all of Super Mario Galaxy back on the Wii. I actually have Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I've never played it, so I'd love to do that at some point. Rainbow Kappa TTV says, finally getting back in Animal Crossing New Horizons today. That's right. Yep. Gosh, I took a nice little shower before the stream. Got all just kind of relaxed, and I thought it would be a lot of fun. Weezlink says 10 more streams, and we are on the 666th stream. You are correct. That is true. We've got quite a... I mean, there's a lot of streams. Here, check this out. Oops. Here we go. I like it. I think it's a pretty cool shirt. And so I thought I would wear it today. Unfortunately, with this setup, you don't really see my shirt, but oh well. I'm a little closer to the camera. I think it works nice, makes it a little more inviting, perhaps. Animate Barrel asks how I'm doing tonight. I am actually better. This last week has been a bit of a challenge. Well, the last couple of weeks, I should say. I'm feeling better tonight, and maybe it's because I'm just tired. I helped with the sound at a funeral this morning, and then I helped with music at Mass tonight. I think in between, I watched some Community and played some guitar. Otherwise, that's about everything I've done today. It's been a packed day, though I haven't really done a lot, if that makes sense. Have you ever had one of those days where you're just nonstop go, 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 but you didn't really do a whole lot? That's kind of where I'm at. Although I did do something which was kind of cool. I did actually play a little bit of a game that I got. Let me actually show it to you real quick. It's just in the background here. It's Balan Wonderworld. Yep, right there. I actually got Balan Wonderworld. Folks, it's not actually that bad. I'm enjoying it so far. I know a lot of people are not super positive about it online. So far, I've actually enjoyed it. Look, Rainbow Kappa TTV is laughing at that. Hey, it's the game where every button is a jump button. That is very true. It is. It is, and yet I don't mind it. So anyway. Weaslink says on your 666 stream, you're obligated to get a demon costume and wear it. I actually was thinking about just skipping the 666 stream. Although, what is the name of the boss in Ring Fit? Because it's kind of a little beastie guy. I could always do a little Ring Fit adventure. Anyway. Love the shirt, Hamabi Boy says, showing off the pecs and the Phantom. Thank you. Weaslink was spinning their phone in their hand and dropped it on their heel. Well, at least it wasn't on the ground. The game looks decent, Rainbow Kappa TTV says. I get why it's getting so much hate, though. And I do get it to an extent, but I don't actually mind it. Like, it's I don't know. To me, it's kind of fun. It's just quirky, and I don't know. I think that I'm at a point where I've got. Oh, good. Whew, I was worried. I had this. I don't know if anyone else saw it. There was a big old lull that just like it just like, sometimes your skin breaks out in lulls. Have you ever noticed that? And just boop. And but time makes them go away. So whatever you do, don't pop a lull. Just wait. Anyway. What game are we discussing? Hey, Dash Magnum, welcome on in. We're talking about Balan Wonderworld, which I thought was pretty fun. And can we call it the BBB stream instead? How about BB-8? And we'll just do a Star Wars game. I like that. Weaslink was sitting on their bed, so it would be pretty hard for them to drop it on the ground. Fair enough. I blame masks, Animate Barrel says. the lull. Breaking out in the lull. I mean, look, my face is... Well, actually, it's looking a little bit better, but I'm knocking my mic. Kind of up here, see that? Like up here at the top of where my mask is, I'm definitely getting some breakout, some like rash or something. And then, oddly enough, I don't really know what's going on here. I've been getting this like rash here. Anyway, who knows? I don't know why, but I love flipping things like my phone or water bottle. It is very satisfying. Like, I like doing stuff like this. Like, with the remote, right? Let's see here if I go like this, right? So. And then... There you go, and see? All those flips, and I got it to go the right way. Definitely didn't drop that. Anyway. Hamabi Boy says you had a strange mole on your nose, then it disappeared. It was smiling at me or laughing out loud. I felt fear. I like it. It was Animate Barrel who said I blame masks, by the way. I think I might have said Rainbow Kappa TTV. I don't know why, but I love flipping things like my funnel water ball. I saw that. You doing anything online today for New Horizons? I definitely think... Welcome to the remote flipping stream. That's all I'm going to do. We're just playing Animal Crossing flipping remotes. Anyway. I will probably have people come on over. I think for the start, we'll see. I'm probably going to just do a little cleanup because my island is getting very messy. and we need to... I want to kind of start fresh. I'm actually thinking maybe if people wanted to come, then maybe you could help me dig up flowers or something like that. Like, honestly, if you want some of my flowers, you could take them. But I'm thinking about just selling them. And then making sure that I have a few of the same colors and keeping those all in a spot. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, and look who's here. Chrono is in with the wormhole. Tired. ASMR wired. Remote flipping. Dash says, I like it. Animal Crossing. Flip remote horizons. Yep, that's right. But yeah, so let me share a few other things too, because we have E3 coming up. So I am feeling a little bit better. As you know, there was some recent loss from a recent death. I didn't get the full-time position I thought I'd get at work. There is the chance now. There was another position that my supervisor told me about that they said might come up in a little bit, and I didn't like it. It wouldn't have been good. It would have meant that I would have worked every Saturday, and it wouldn't have even been 40 hours. And so, honestly, I get a little bonus for being on call, and so giving that up for the full-time, even though it's 35-hour benefits, I actually would end up making less than I do now on call. Although there's the potential that I make less on call, but right now there's not a lot of us, so on call is pretty decent. I'm getting almost full-time hours. Anyway, then I talked to another coworker, and they were interested in less hours and actually interested in that position, and they're full-time, and so their position, in theory, could come up if that were to become a thing. But these are all guesses, and honestly, I don't know. The person who ended up getting the position was someone who had seniority over me, but who had told me that they weren't going to apply for this position. And that really was the surprise for me, because that, coupled with the fact that I would be next in line from seniority for a position, So there are a couple other people who, in theory, could come in. They're on calls that have been here longer, but they have said they didn't want this full-time position or any full-time position. So they were pretty much already a given at that point. And then this person, who actually started about a week ahead of me, she ended up last second applying. And honestly, I'm actually glad, because I think that she'll do a really good job, and I'm happy for her. I do like working with her, so there's that part of me that's kind of sad, right? Like, oh my gosh, what, really? This could have been a full-time position for me. But then there's that part of me that realizes and recognizes, yeah, this is actually good, and it's fine. It's based on seniority, so I can't really have any hurt feelings. And who knows, like, they may move on sometime soon anyway. There's a lot of what ifs, but then I got a notice in my email inbox from our local library system, and then they're talking about, hey, we've got some positions. We remember that you applied a little while back. Are you interested? Like, please, we'd love to have you take a look at the positions available and maybe apply. So then I'm like, oh, what? No, and they're full-time positions. And so now I'm kind of like, do I apply for library work? And then there's this other path, which is where I continue on with the hospital, but then pursue hospital chaplaincy, which really would be more along the lines of where my heart is, and I guess my experience and my calling. I believe it's my calling to serve others. So go work in the library, they'll pay in books, right? I'm on my point. So that's a thing. So I'm kind of waiting to see and figure out what's going on there. I did start work on the shadow box, and it's actually all parted out and done. I was waiting for some LED lights to come in, but while I was waiting for the LED lights, I got distracted with work and life and everything, so that all the pieces are sitting there to be assembled. But I'm actually making a video, recording and documenting everything that's going on. So I but I don't want to say too much because I never follow through on these things. So you never heard anything. But I am working on a shadow box for all my video game handhelds. And I've got some fun ones. I mean, one of these days, I really would like to show off like this. Ooh, look at that. You can see that. Reflective. There we go. This is a really fun device. It's very shiny. This one is like all knockoff games. They're all original. They're kind of fun. So I've got stuff like that. And I'll be also showing off. This is actually one of my favorite devices here. I love this thing. This is the Arju Boy. And this device is super cool. Like, seriously, it is so thin. Look at that. That's how thin it is, right? It's got this really nice metallic back on it. And it's just got a little doobly-doo right there for the power. And then, woo! And it has one game on it at a time, right? Slim Boy, right, Dash? And it has one game at it at a time, and that's the display. It's got this really clear display. And then, like, there's a little speaker in there and everything, and there's your little platformer that I've been playing through. And you can load up other games, etc. It's a really cool device. This is actually, like, one of my favorite things. There's a new version out now that actually comes with 200 community-made games pre-installed on it. You can actually get a mod chip for this version that you would then install, and it would allow you to have those same 200 games on there. But I kind of almost want to just buy the other version because they're like $50. I'm not going to do this anytime soon, but maybe down the line. And I kind of like having the one that doesn't have all the games on it, if that makes sense. One of the things I like about this is it forces you to play just one game at a time and play it all the way through. So I kind of want to keep that. I don't want to mess that up. So I've got this, and that's a lot of fun. And then, obviously DS's, Game Gear, Game Boy, etc. Also, I've got, my various... it forces you to play one game at a time, I should say, Chrono. I've got my various... Here's my Jurassic Park Tiger electronics, so those are going to go up. And then this is one that I think will end up being used as well. It kind of needs to be a little clean, but you'll understand why in a little bit, because Mana Sprout uses it. It's the Leapfrog Twist. This is a very cool little system here, made by Leapfrog, and I like this, and Mana Sprout enjoys it. So anyway, I'm making this shadow box, and it's going to go right there behind me and have LEDs, etc., and display all of the games, and there you go. When's the Tiger Electronics stream, Mana? Oh, Pixel Night, I know. I definitely want to do it. Well, and now that I've got some of these other cameras and stuff to work with, I think it'll be even easier to make a good stream out of that, so that should be a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, the library job might be back. Dash, I'm catching up with chat now. I'm sorry. And Chrono slides into chat. with an orange cat and a pack of puppers. Oh my goodness. Weaslink says, speaking of messy island, I was digging up some flowers in my island like last month, and it took like half an hour, and I broke like 4 shovels. Pixel Knight says, I'm playing Lego Incredibles and beating up mimes. Is that a thing? Is that a thing in Lego Incredibles? That there are mimes? Okay. I actually have been playing real life Lego with Mana Sprout. We got a new, well, I think I mentioned this a couple streams ago, but we got a new Lego set. It was the Fortress, and it comes with a Koopa Troopa and a Piranha Plant, and then this whole fortress with some really cool interactive elements. Like, the neat thing about these Mario kits is, you know, me having not played with Lego for a very long time, didn't realize that there are all these additional pieces now that allow you to actually step on buttons and move other parts of the kit. I mean, it's just like a whole, you know, erector set kind of thing. I mean, it's very impressive. So, and Dash thought that the Leapfrog Twist It was a Bop It. It kind of does look like it. I have seen Incredibles. I really like the movies, but I don't remember mimes. I'm probably just forgetting. Gordon says, no, I don't want to step on a Bowser Lego. That's true. That's very true. And Chrono says the RG boy. What is the Ardu boy? ARDUBOY. It's not RG. Ardu. Let me actually show that again. That was a good question there. Ardu boy. Bon Voyage, the opening villain you beat up on his goons. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll have to go back and watch it because, like I said, it has been a while. But there you go. That is in reference to my movie Riddle. Oh, okay. All right. I see. And yeah, the Mario Legos are a lot of fun. Mana Sprout and I have been having a blast. She really enjoys it. There's an iPad app, so it's really interactive when you're looking at the patterns. And so she loves looking at the patterns and rotating them and seeing how everything goes. I really try to let her just do it on her own. She pretty much does it without any input. I will have to occasionally point out things where, like, oh, wait, you know, you might have that mirrored or something like that. But she's really good at it. And then we just do it together, and I love it. It's super relaxing. Honestly, I could imagine myself doing a Lego Mario stream of just putting together some of these patterns because they're super fun. And to me, it reminds me of, with my dad, growing up, we used to do a lot of model airplanes and things like that. He was a big model airplane and model boat guy, him and his brother growing up. And so he and I would do some when I was younger too. And we actually made a DeLorean, a flying time machine DeLorean from Back to the Future that had wheels that actually, went from this way to this way. It's really cool. And so that was a lot of fun. Yoda Stein says, what up, Mana? Played some D&D with Ernie Gygax today. Really? Dude. Yoda Stein always with the amazing connections here. Remind me, I know the name. I know they're a big deal, but I cannot think. Help me remember their claim to fame. And then, yeah, of course, D&D, awesome. Yoda Stein's the man for D&D. Good to see you again, my friend. And then every Friday, I'll try to put a movie riddle of something I watched since I have access to way more content. Thank you, Chrono, for doing that. I actually really genuinely appreciate that. And I love that people are keeping that the Discord going. I feel really guilty that I haven't been more active in there, but it's just kind of one of those things. But I kind of see it maybe progressing. So that leads me to the next thing. I know we're talking for a long time, but I feel like we just kind of want to catch up right now, and then we'll dive into the game, So don't feel guilty about it. Shall I share the riddle? Go for it, my friend. Gary Gygax's first son. Okay. Oh my gosh. game designer. Is it the person who actually made D&D? I don't know. No rush. It's in Discord. Nice. And I've been wanting to purchase some of the new Mega Man X model kits. Oh, that's super cool. That's really cool. By the way, I do want to say something because I want to go back to it. I mean, again, I'm bouncing around all kinds of things, but Animate Barrel came in, and I have missed Animate Barrel so much. Obviously, they took a little time off, and it was super nice for them, I'm sure, but really sad for me because I absolutely love hanging out with Animate Barrel. I think they just have a wonderful personality and just fit so nicely in this community, and definitely a leader among the community. I don't know why I felt like kind of just giving a shout out. It's like a shout out, not to a streamer, but just to a friend. I should do more of that because a lot of, I mean, pretty much everybody here is deserving of that. But yes. And Just Call Me Soup is here. Chat and mana in the morning. Oh yeah, it's like Troy and Abed in the morning. Nice. I know exactly what Just Call Me Soup is doing. I know what you're doing. It's let me do it for you. It's chat and mana in the morning. Nights. Right? That's what you're doing, a community reference. And Just Call Me Soup. I love it. Shout out to your friends, right, Hamame boy? Absolutely. And Just Call Me Soup goes, yeah. Twitchy Berry, hey-oh. Sorry I'm late. No worries, my friend. A Twitchy Berry is always precisely right on time. Dash's Gygax was the co-designer of D&D with Dave Arneson. Okay, that's why it was familiar. Actually, speaking of D&D, Ms. Mana and I are sneaking away in the evening and watching on our big TV just right here, Stranger Things. Haven't actually watched season 3, so we're finally watching through it. I think we're on episode 5 or 6 right now, and oh my gosh, I don't know why we do it to ourselves. It's so scary. But anyway. Oh, please, Twitchy Berry. Want me to bring some statues? That would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Barry is online. We're just doing a little chatting right now. I want to go back to Chrono's message, which was time for another edition of What Did Chrono Watch? This Disney movie of a classic novel has quite the twist. You don't have to worry. You don't have to care. Why should you? Be sure to hide your valuables if you have the characters from the movie visiting, starting a business with them, or recruiting them in the military. What movie did Chrono watch? Side note, this is his mom's favorite animated movie. A classic novel with a twist. Oliver and Company? All I can think of is Oliver and Company. Someone put out Mighty Ducks, but that's not it. Huh. Wait, is it Oliver and Company? Yay! Woo! Oh my gosh. I can't believe I got that. That's definitely one that is a throwback. There we go. I seem to have made this way too easy. I don't think so, Chrono. That was a good one. That's definitely an obscure Disney movie too, you know? Yeah. I had an Oliver and Company sleeping bag growing up, I think. I'm pretty sure. This last week, by the way, holy mackerel. Boy, oh boy, did we have the raids. I mean, we had just a bunch of people coming in with raids, but of special note, I want to draw attention to the fact that we had two incredibly large and prolific YouTubers and streamers raid us, and for that I'm incredibly grateful. On the first day, it was Stove's Kitchen when we were playing, of all things, some Fortnite, which actually was a lot of fun. I'd like to do that again. It was a really fun game to stream. I feel a little weird about streaming it, but I really enjoyed it. And anyway, yeah, I mean, they have like 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, So, I mean, I definitely need to give them a big shout out. And they actually stuck around and hung out with us. And it was super kind. They had some nice things to say. And then their community hung out and a bunch of people followed. And then the next stream, we had Beta64, who is a phenomenal YouTuber and streamer and family friendly as well. Although no longer going by that description because of some confusion. And actually, I will point out, I've been thinking about this too, because when I started streaming, I didn't know a term family friendly. I actually used the term E for everyone, going to the old ESRB rating. And for me, the nice thing about that was that it wasn't that the games I was playing were all E for everyone, because some are for more mature audiences. I don't necessarily play. Well, you can go on my website and see how I choose games to play, and why Fortnite just kind of it skirts the line. But in any event, hey, Steel Gamers, how are you doing? Steel Games is in the house. Let's get a shout out for Steel Games, please. A family-friendly streamer deserving of your hanging out and attention, and steadily growing. I believe recently reached the 1,000 follower milestone. Was it? I believe, or I can't remember if it was 1,000 or another. Maybe it was 500. I can't remember, but some of those games weren't E. They were D, F, or G. But yeah, so when I started, it wasn't that I was playing games necessarily, that were just E for everyone, but that this community would hold itself to high. I would hold myself and I'd hold the community to high standards, and we would be inclusive and supportive of people, and we would be we would not be afraid to really just embrace the good things we see and be able to call out things that we see as problematic, etc. So anyway, E for everyone was the sort of thing, and it was this idea of us growing together as a large community and being, as I say, do good, be well, being well and doing good, right? That's kind of how I interpret it loosely. That I haven't really prepared these thoughts, but anyway, we've had some interesting discussions about, as a streamer who is family friendly, can you play a game that is not necessarily appropriate for little kids? Because sort of the term implies, or you tend to think of younger kids. Anyway, what Beta, I just want to share this because Beta said it to me, but there was some confusion in our community because people thought maybe there was a falling out with Beta and the family-friendly live stream team I'm a part of. That couldn't be further from the truth. Beta is still supportive of the members of Family Friendly Live and the community, but decided that there were people coming into his stream expecting something unique because of Family Friendly being the tag, and something that they had in their mind. And I think there's a reason this has become a problem or an issue. But I'm going to hold on a second. There's a thing here, and I want it. Oop. We're gonna just get this here. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And then look. You like how I got distracted there? Here, I'll get the chat back up. Oh, I didn't think that I had the stringer on. Oh well. There we go. Pow. And Steel Games is at 865 followers. Goal's 1,000. Well, nice. You're on your way, my friend. You are on your way. So I noticed that when I first began seeing the Family Friendly Live label, it was with a community back. Do you remember that? Twitch did communities. And Milanosh, who's a really cool guy, created the Family Friendly community. And that's actually how I met Hacks and Snacks. and Chrono, in fact, and many others. And so that community that Milanosh had created had a certain set of rules, and it actually was very clear what family-friendly meant. And like that, there were some things that definitely towed the line on what was considered family-friendly. And he actually acted. Like, I went in and saw someone streaming to the community, and I said, boy, they're not really acting family-friendly, and they're not playing a game that's family-friendly. Milanosh, I'm not trying to cause trouble, but hey, like, I kind of see this as, not living up to what you said this community was supposed to be. He said, oh, thanks for reaching out to me, and went and actually talked to that person. So it was really cool. And then, Twitch did away with communities. And so I honestly really kind of sad about that, because that was actually a really neat feature, I thought. And they went with tags. And I mean, tags are okay, but the problem is there's nothing to govern a tag. Anyone could use a family-friendly tag, to the point where everybody's own interpretation of what family-friendly means is how they use the tag. And that is problematic for a tag that, for some, mean you're literally playing games that anyone could watch. Now, obviously, Twitch has in mind what their minimum age is. I think it's, 8? I can't remember. And then it's supposed to be with parental guidance until, I can't remember, 16 or something like that. Anyway, 13, is it? I couldn't remember. Thank you, Rainbow Kappa TTV. But still, I mean, some people take family-friendly to mean, like, literally, you could have your newborn and your toddlers and your 4-year-old and sit up in the couch and, like, watch a family-friendly streamer, okay? I tend to think I'm more like that than not, but I'm definitely not necessarily that. Like, there are times we get into deep discussions. I do try to give warnings and et cetera and give context, but, like, we get kind of real, right? Like, and that we've played some games that bring up some tough subjects, like Celeste. And so, I tend to think it's a little bit more about the context that I give it. But then there are people who think, like, oh, I could play, this gory shoot 'em up, and, there's a few swears that are okay as long as we don't get into the real rough swears, and they're family friendly is their tag. And it's like, what? So that's where I get a little bit, I'm kind of with Beta 64. The tag can kind of pigeonhole you at times. So, and of course, Family Friendly Live has its own sort of description of what family friendly is. So it can be confusing. Anyway, but let me get back to some chats here. So thank you, Dash, for shouting out Steel Games, by the way. And Hamabe Boy says, I had that Billy Joel song stuck in my head for years after watching the trailer for Oliver and Company on a VHS. It was hard to find. I actually watched a bootleg version of it in college and then got to hear the whole song. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I didn't even know that was Billy Joel. That is amazing. Okay. And Mate Barrel says, oh, they have the same name. They're not named after the movie. Okay, that's what super stumped me. Gotcha. I remember Why Should I Worry, Why Should I Care was from the lead song from the movie, Dash says. There you go. Hamabe Boy says, I was in college a long time ago. You and me both, my friend. You and me both. Y'all know Hamabe Boy is a very important person, by the way. I think many of you know, but a while back, I've got different eras of streaming, and Hamabe Boy and I actually did some live streaming together in person on the same couch, playing both Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Secret of Mana. And perhaps in July now, we might actually do a stream for all of you together on our couch here. So that would be exciting. Had to make it so you couldn't just Google the answer. That's good, Chrono. That's good. Milestone Hype. Yes, exactly. Steel Games is well on the way to 1,000 followers. Let's maybe give him a little boost to get him a little closer. I really do like him. I actually hung out in his stream the other night. And he's definitely just polishing. Like you see this with streamers, especially you can kind of tell the streamers that have what it takes to grow and to really be interactive and be a really excellent streamer. And then over time, and I'd like to think I do this, you see improvements in their overlays, etc. And yeah, things are getting more polished. And yeah, I was really impressed with Steel Games the last time I was in his channel. Have I picked up the new wedding furniture? Not yet, Barry. I have been doing the bare minimum here on my Animal Crossing world lately, just kind of checking in, not doing a whole bunch just yet. I gotta do more. Animate Bro says, I get annoyed at streamers that think family friendly is not saying like HE double hockey sticks and anything else is okay, right? And it's like, what? Like, excuse me? Yeah, and I mean, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on this. I went on a big tangent about family friendly, but I mean, what do you think? Like, do you think that there's... what are your expectations? Do you think there's a minimum barrier or minimum... what would you call it? Like a... what's the word? What's the phrase I'm thinking of? Like a threshold? You know what I mean? For what constitutes family friendly? I'm curious. Did our paths ever cross, Hamabi boy? You goof. Gasp! In the same room and not from the same household? I know, Animate Barrel. This is it's exciting. We are both fully vaccinated. And really family. Family friendly for me is not cussing and playing games that kids can play. I would say my stream is going to be a little more for teenagers, Pixel Knight says. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I like that you said something that's key, that kids can play. So, oh my gosh, you just opened up something here. My goodness, boy, oh boy, did you open up something. But this, by the way, you could tell we needed to talk, like, right? Because, yeah, I've got Animal Crossing in the background, but, like, this really should be a just chatting stream because we are not playing the game right now. In fact, I'm tempted to. I want to give, like, a half hour, maybe beginning of a weekly stream for chat in the future. I'll get to this in a moment, but...
Thanks so much for hosting.
Oh, thank you so much. Just call me Sue. And thank you, Rainbow Kappa TTV, as well. So I was in a GameStop recently. I was like, oh, hey, there's a GameStop. Like, I haven't been in one for a really long time because of COVID. I'm going to go, take a look and see. I'm fully vaccinated, masked up and everything. But I just kind of looked around. And there was this mom with a little kid, like probably maybe a year or two older than Mana Sprout. I mean, we're talking, I don't know, maybe we're talking like between 5 and 7. Okay. I don't know. It was hard to tell. And this little kid is holding on to a game, and I didn't think anything of it because sometimes you might give a kid something to hold and whatever. But they go up to the cash register, and the kid's like, "Oh, my new game," and hands Dark Souls to the cashier. And I heard I kind of was like, "Wait, what?" And I heard the cashier go, "Oh," like to the mom. I don't know if you know, but Dark Souls is one of like the hardest games. Like they were like I could tell their brain was trying to figure out like what is going on. Like this is like a supposed to be a game for a kid. The mom's buying them Dark Souls. There's so many things to say. Where do I even start? They're just like, maybe I'll just go this route and be like, hey, it's a hard game. It's a hard game. Maybe we'll start with that, right? Okay. So the mom goes, oh, okay. Well, in that case, maybe we won't get that. And I'm sitting there going, good job, cashier. You're doing your job. You're informing the customer. Excellent. Good. So the mom goes over with the kid and goes, "Oh, you like that one? Okay." And brings up Grand Theft Auto. GTA. And I hear the cashier go, "Well, oh." And I'm like, buying GTA 5. I think it's GTA. I don't know if GTA is, if I don't even know. Is there a 6? I don't know. 5. Anyways, whatever. I think it was 5. And they're buying GTA for the kid. So the cashier is like clearly uncomfortable. And you could just like tell they're like, there's just like this like pause. Like, there's a lot of violence and nudity and like adult content in this game. And the mom just goes, "Yeah, you know what? I'm making a name. Little Timmy's cousin or friend, I don't know, something. They'll say the cousin. Their cousin has this game. And you know what I did? I walked in on them one day playing the game, and my little Timmy and his cousin were in a strip club." Sorry, if there are any kids watching, don't. Parents, I'm sorry if I put you in an awkward position. And I'm like, "What?" And so they're like, "Yeah," and they were in this thing, right? Okay. And the cashier goes, "Yeah, my point. Maybe why not buy a game for Timmy? Timmy too young." And the mom goes, "You know what? So I told them, you better not go there. You can play this game, but I better not catch you in that club. If I catch you in that club, I'm going to take the game away. I'm going to confiscate the game." And little Timmy's there with his copy of Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, "Wee." And the cashier's sitting there going like, to his other like coworker going like, "Is this for real? Are we getting punked? Is there a camera?" I'm like, "Okay." All right. So I'm loving the chat too, by the way. It's so good. Right, it's still games. Parents, word of advice: if you see an M, the M's, they go like this. Look, Mario's got one. Look, this is it. Mario's got one on his shirt, on his hat, right there. That's an M. Look for that. If you see it on Mario, it's okay. If you see it on the game case anywhere else, it's not okay for little Timmy. It means it's for adults. Timmy too young is my favorite line now. If I don't want to do something, I'll just say Timmy too young. You're welcome, Hamabe boy. And we were like sitting there going like, "Are you?" So then they're like, "Well, so like the cashier still trying to do their job is like, so there's also like drugs and like killing people and like stealing cars in this game." And the mom's like, "Well, yeah, but they know not to do that." And I'm just like, look, to some extent, I do understand this whole notion of like, if you're in a bubble, you never, you're never exposed to some things. You never know how to deal with some things. But my goodness, Timmy too young. And it's like, you can't make this up. I'm like, there is also something to be said about not exposing ourselves to these things that just aren't good for us. Like they just aren't good in general. I mean, really, honestly, look, I'll be honest with you. I've played a bit of Grand Theft Auto in the past. And I like the driving and stuff like that. I really did. And it was fun to just, steal a car and go off driving. Okay, but look, here's the thing. I was in college when I first played it. Okay? I was older than, I was over 21 for whatever that matters. Not like age does it, but I was at a point where I had a good grounding. I was strong in my faith, and at a certain point I said, I just don't want to do this anymore, right? It doesn't appeal to me. And that's in part why I play the games I play. It's not because they're kiddie games. They're not made for kids. They're just good games. They don't have to have all this crud around it. And it's like, I wanted to tell this mom, there's so many good games out there. I could, and I'm sure the cashier could too, we could direct you to all kinds of excellent stuff for Timmy and for your family, You don't need to, send them in to, I don't know, whatever. I was trying to think of a good example of a movie that's not appropriate for kids. I don't watch enough of them. Wow. Freddy Krueger. I don't know. I never even saw it. But, funny story with Freddy Krueger, but I'll get back to it. You don't have to send the kid into a Freddy Krueger movie, when they're 7 years old. Like it doesn't make sense, So, man, I was sitting there and I'm like, I'm glad I grew up with Nintendo. Obviously, Nintendo censored a lot of content in the West in the early days of the NES, SNES, even the N64 to some extent. Although Conker decided to throw a monkey wrench and everything. But, it's got me to a point where I appreciate games. I have a Galaga and Galaxian arcade machine right here next to me. It's sitting right here. It's on right now, too, just to give me some ambiance. And I'll go back to that and play it again and again. I like the old arcade-style games. But I love Animal Crossing. I love Mario. I love Zelda. I enjoy these games, and I find so much depth and complexity. And look, I showed this thing earlier, right? This thing has a lot of games that lack in depth and complexity. But Nintendo can do it right. They're basically 8 and 16-bit games on those devices. That's 16. I've got one that's an 8-bit one with unique games on there. They're not very inspired. Some of them are just objectively there's problems with it and they're not that great. But Nintendo can take a genre and a style and really make a fun game, and that's why I enjoy it. Right, Amabe Boy says, Galaga, the merciless eradication of an alien race. Okay, fair, but but yeah. Blasting mutant aliens wasn't even as graphics back in the 16-bit era and earlier, right? It wasn't as graphic back then, yeah. And that's another difference. But anyway, all of this is to say, look, obviously, can we just agree, like, when/if any of you have children, please don't go out and buy either Dark Souls or Grand Theft Auto unless you believe your child to be old enough to engage in this content and that you are prepared to be there with them to help guide them through it and to understand and make mature and responsible decisions there. And frankly, I do think there's something to saying, hey, some of it just say no, because some of it really isn't appropriate developmentally. So anyway, Steel Games says, parents, it's your fault if you buy the M game for your kids if you see inappropriate things. For the parents here, what are some ways to minimize exposure of adult-themed video games for your kids? Excellent question. Well, I'll answer a little bit, and I'd love for others to go ahead and do this too, but how my voice is Chrono, did you see my comment about how my dad gave me Stephen King adaptations to watch as a kid? Well, okay. Let me go back here. This is good. Okay. Going to high school prepared me for GTA. Hamabe Boy says, by the way. I did miss a couple of these. I'm sorry. Hamabe Boy says, my childhood was awash in VHS horror of the 80s and 90s. I mean, to some extent, like, Goosebumps and everything, right? To some extent, different eras have sort of some things are more appropriate than others. It's more, accepted culturally, etc. So, I mean, there's also that. This can be a pretty complicated thing here. Dude, this calls for a little Timmy t-shirt. Little Timmy Too Young, which is Timmy Too Young. I like it. The game is called Grand Theft Auto. How do you not theft auto? Right, Anime Peril. That was going back to when I was saying, like, the mom being like, oh, he knows not to do that stuff. I like that. My father used to give me Stephen King adaptations when I was young. I mean, I've never seen any of them. I've heard that there are some that are, I don't know, more like pulp kind of stuff, maybe even a little campy. Again, but I think context, I think watching stuff, reading stuff like that with your parents might be the difference there, Hamabe Boy. I'm not sure. Even teen-rated games haven't reached my kids yet. Anything approaching that get heavily audited first, Twitchy Berry says. Well, right, because I think your kids are just slightly older than my daughter. Pixel Knight says I started a huge rant. I love that. This is fun, everybody. Pixel Knight says parents buy your kids Doom. It's the most Christian game. Oh my gosh. My boy says it's complicated. That's fair. My parents trusted me a lot. Yeah, and that... you can kind of see, parents are going to know their kids to a certain extent. I mean, more than us looking on the outside, right? Hey, maybe Timmy is, got the mind of a 30-year-old for all I know, but I doubt it. Once upon a time, we had Bible Adventures for the NES. Got to find all those pairs of animals for Noah's Ark, Dash says. Right? I have my copy. Actually, right. Oh, wait. Oh, that's one of those. Oh, yeah. Bible Adventures right there. That's Bible Adventures. Complete in box for the NES. Hamabi Boy says, I'm not a parent, but from my experience being a son, I think it's important for parents to have uncomfortable conversations with their kids. Kids will pick up things inevitably, and they'll be forced to make decisions they're not prepared for or may not have the maturity to make. I think that's a good point. Like, okay. By Chrono bringing up Afraid of the Dark, right? Exactly. So getting back to Chrono's question here, for parents here, what are some ways to minimize exposure of adult-themed video games for your kids? Again, to some extent, you're not going to be able to do it, right? Because school. So let me get back to this Freddy Krueger story because this kind of pertains to it. I'm in school, and my classmates are saying, oh, I watched the Freddy Krueger movies, And I'm like, here, as a first grader or something like that, needing to kind of fit in, or maybe a second grader, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I've watched those too. No, you didn't. No, you never watched that. Wait, your mom wouldn't let you watch it. Yeah, I totally did. Well, what's your favorite part? It's when it's scary. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I bet if I ask your mom, she's going to say that she doesn't let you watch it. So my mom tells this story of after school coming and picking me up, and all my friends, they were really just school classmates. I wouldn't even be able to tell you what they look like or what their names are right now. They all came up and said, hey, Mom of Mana. They didn't actually say that. Did you let Mana, has Mana watched Freddy Krueger? And my mom, thank you. Right, it's definitely not a first or second grade movie, Weaslink. I was pretty sure about that. Mana hasn't watched Freddy Krueger, has he? And my mom, Mama Mana, awesome. She just goes, oh, that movie, whatever. It's not even a good movie. So didn't answer the question because she says she saw me and my eyes were like, please don't out me. I need to look good for my friends. Status is a thing that we have to worry about. I don't want to be hung up the flagpole by my trousers. Gosh, that's a whole other tangent I could get on. But not that I was ever hung up by my trousers, but just that whole status thing in school. But anyway, so my mom expertly, deftly just brushed it aside and gave a very strong opinion that, look, that's so much nonsense. You don't need to worry about it. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's not even good. Whatever. Just. Psh. And I loved how she handled that. She just, kudos to my mom for doing that. But part of my point in saying that, Scooter, thank you so much. Jason movies or Friday the 13th movies. Yeah, those were another popular thing too, right? I'm so grateful that my mom had that reaction and whatnot. But yeah, the reason I bring up that story is because, obviously, there, I can't believe we just have been talking for an hour and like I haven't actually played the game. But anyway, everybody seems to be okay with it, so a good mom of mana, right? So you have those encounters in school as a kid. Like, my parents were very cautious with what I watched and what I was exposed to. And yet there in school, I had at least some context for what Freddy Krueger was as like a first or second grader. No matter what, there are going to be kids exposed to things, and they will very likely share with your own child. And one thing, kind of going back to Hamabe Boy, I would say, I think you're right. We, as parents, we do need to be prepared for the tough conversations. I will say I used to be a lot more adamant and certain of that. But now I am realizing that here's the thing about being a parent is as soon as I became a parent, my ability to stay awake and to spend my time and energy on those important things that I used to think I needed to make sure that my kids would know went out the window. I mean, I still try to do it, but man, there are times where I'm like, this would be a good teachable moment, and I can't even think of the words. I'm too tired. Whatever. And so I think the reality is not going to be quite up to the ideal. Though I do agree with you. I think we need to be holding ourselves to the ideal, if that makes sense. Scooter says, I couldn't watch the PG-13 Mortal Kombat movie until I was 15. See, there you go. But I guess to sort of say, I mean, so what do you do? I think what you do is you kind of have the attitude my mom did. You don't make a big deal of this. You say it doesn't matter. It's not, whatever. And you instill a love for things that are good. You show and you. I mean, this is straight from evangelizing. This is, I mean, this can be a problematic phrase, but it's evangelize always, use words when necessary, kind of thing, right? I mean the thing about it is, like, the way I carry myself in my streams, I'm hoping speaks to the fact that I care about my faith and I live it. And so, my parents did that growing up, and I grew up wanting, or I guess I grew up attracted to things that were good. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying even that, like, a mature game or a mature movie isn't good. Okay, I want to make this distinction because there are. I mean, we're watching Stranger Things right now. Okay, I wouldn't show that to a kid, but we're watching it. What it is, I think, is that we're not watching it because we want to see gore or violence. We're not watching it because we want to hear curse words, right? Does that make sense? But reality is messy. Life is messy. So we have to be able to kind of know how to navigate the messiness. So what my mom said was perfect. Sometimes we just have to say, let's not give the messiness all the Let's not make a big deal of the messiness. let's get our hands dirty, clean things up. Let's strive for good, unitive, wholesome, right? By the way, man, your Halo is showing up, Mobby Boy. Thank you. So anyway, and those are just some thoughts. I don't know. I think we've been talking about this for 20 minutes. We've been talking about this for a while, that's for sure. Anyway, so thank you, Steel Games. Thank you. Man, it would make a good voice on your shoulder, wouldn't he? Thanks, Credo. Yeah, no, I mean, it comes down to, where do you find the value? So when I play games that I say are more mature, right? Like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Now, a slight spoiler for this game, for those of you who might want to play it. It's an excellent game, okay? I'm not going to say exactly what happens, but I will say there is earmuffs on if you don't want spoilers. Okay? There's death in the end of it, okay? And you have to face death. Earmuffs off, spoiler over. Obviously, that's a difficult thing to talk about with a kid, but we talked about it. We spoke about it when we encountered it. Like, we didn't shy away from it. We asked the deep questions. We talked about how the greater narrative of the game and the gameplay itself, which actually beautifully supported the narrative, really created an experience with a very profound point. Okay. And so I think that's why we need to, be okay with stuff like this. I am Kismet. Hello. Just got here at the end, but totally agree and appreciate this representation on Twitch. Kismet, thank you so much. I super appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, I mean, this has just been a conversation that's just really just completely snowballed, but I love it. And this is why I missed streaming. I guess we're doing an extended chatting time because, my goodness, we definitely needed to. Pikachu Potter, no. I'm just getting started. This is technically the pre-game chat segment, which has now been in an hour. And I mentioned this. Scooter says I mentioned that earlier when we were still in the Timmy Too Young thing. Love it. I believe so. Lego City Undercover would be an appropriate game. Weaslink says, I wonder how someone could turn a game like GTA into an E-rated game. There you go. That's an example. And Pikachu Potter says, phew, got to say hi for once. Yeah, thank you for being here, my friend. Hamabe Boy grew up around hospitals. My parents had to explain to me that my childhood was not normal. So I feel like death has been around me for a long time, so I handle death differently than other people. But again, context, like you said, your parents were there with you sharing that stuff, right? So yeah, awesome. And Steel Games, no worries. Steel Games is sad that they've mistyped a few things. No problem. What is this? Oh, parents, don't buy your Duck Season for your fancy VR headsets. It's not just Duck Hunt, it's Duck Hunt, but the dog murders you. Oh, that's good to know. In VR. Sweet. Hope you're doing well, dude. Been seeing some amazing selfies recently. Thank you, Pikachu Potter. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. I am doing all right. It's been a bit of a struggle the last couple of weeks, but definitely things are on the up and up. So this is a great transition. Let's shift gear. Actually, before I do, there was a question. Bible Adventure stream when? And I do kind of want to go and grab that game real quickly just to show you. Hey, Skunktronics is here. Sup, nerds? How you doing? Let's do this real quick. I'm gonna just put this on. And I'm hoping that the other games there aren't gonna fall out here, but because we brought it up, I might as well bring it up here. Oh, and yes, so we're gonna get to E3 in a second here. All right, we're gonna get here. But yeah, Skunk, what is up? What is up? So here we go. This is the Bible Adventures game. I got this at a convention. So there's my copy. Let's see. Okay. And if we open it up, we see there's the unlicensed blue cartridge. There it is. And I don't think I have a manual for this. Let me see. Nope, the only thing in it, and I don't even know if this was actually original or not. It's what my copy came with. If anyone knows, let me know. This is the slip cover for it, which is interesting. But that's all that's in here. So anyway, Scooter says, I remember AVGN's review on Angry Video Game Nerds. Actually, I think that might have been when I first discovered the game existed. I don't know. I did get another game too. I have a couple of these. Was it Wisdom Tree? Yeah, Wisdom Tree there. Wisdom Tree. I have a couple of these games. I think the other one was I don't remember, but I think I've got it. Anyway, Skunk was working on a video today. Finally got it finished and uploaded. Nice. Feel free to share it if you want. Put a little link there and let us know what the video is about, and that'd be awesome. Hamabi Boy says, have a great night. My iPad's about to die. I'll need to give it a proper funeral in a moment. Talk to y'all soon. Hamabi Boy, mwah. We'll chat, just you and I, maybe tomorrow. Okay. Skunk, I saw your video on YouTube. It looks awesome. Steel Game says, nice. I know there was a sequel based on the New Testament stories. I'm not sure if that's what I have or not. Anyway, we'll do some more here. Can't tell if it's mech or a dude in some armor. I know, right, Weaslink? Okay. AVGN has a colorful vocabulary. Yes. Yes, indeed. That was an interesting thing. Early days of the Tubes of You. Kaboomer is in. Hey, welcome. They made a Game Boy version? I didn't know that, Scooter. Nice. It's the first episode of my Minecraft survival series on the newest update. Nice, Skunk. Please, yeah, drop a link in the chat. You won't get booted for that. So, okay, onward to E3. Let's talk E3 for a moment, friends. So next week. So, okay, going into the future. I'm actually thinking about doing more video content and then maybe like 1, possibly 2 streams a week. So limiting what now has... lately I've been doing 3, right? And I think I mentioned I was going to do it as a 2 stream a week thing before, but I just couldn't bring myself to it because I love it so much. But I just don't have the time. There's that link, everybody, right there, if you want to go follow that. So I'm trying to be really a lot more intentional about my time. And so I think it would make a lot of sense for me to spend more time with creating YouTube videos. I think people would actually... be more able to watch a lot of those because, let's face it, a 2-hour stream is a big commitment, right? And based on time zones and whatnot, you may just miss it altogether. So I think that's something worth considering. So I'd like to maybe do a Friday and Saturday night stream. That would be it. Like, Saturday is going to be my day, for sure. Like, I want to do a Saturday night stream. I think this is a good time. Like, it seems to work well. Let me know if you disagree, but I think it works well. And then, if I can do 2 streams a week, I'll do a Friday one. That's what I'm thinking. And so, I'm kind of prepping myself to do that. Now, next week is... it's already E3, okay? Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about what has been launched so far and my intent on what to do with it, because I haven't actually watched a lot right now. But what I want to do is I have Tuesday off, turns out. And so I would love, with you, to host, as I've done in the past for special events, the Nintendo event. So what I do here is, with as high a quality as I can, I show the video, the stream, and I also do manage the audio, and I I do actually manually with faders adjust it so that you can hear the audio, and then when I'm talking, I'll duck it and then fade it back up. I try to only insert things really during music and whatnot, so you don't miss anything. And you see my reactions, and then we kind of dissect what we saw at the end. We talk about it and figure it out. Okay. Oh yeah, this is kind of an Animal Crossing stream. Pixel Knight says, right. A skunk says, I've been told it's a good idea to post regular videos if you're a streamer. It helps people find you while you're not live. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. So I really probably should do that. And that reminds me, I'm going to pull up that YouTube video for later. Here we go. Now I can go to that. But yeah, so you can hang out with me. And here's the thing. Unfortunately, during E3, I haven't noticed it quite as much in Nintendo Directs, but it definitely is still not really a great place to hang out and chat. There's so many people watching. I mean, there were 500,000 people, I think, watching the Ubisoft conference when I quickly just turned it on. I didn't stay, but yeah, there were 500,000 people. Chat was flying. Most people were being pretty inconsiderate to the developers.
Look at you, joining the Friends of Mana.
Hey, Tranquil Water Pending. Thank you so much, and I love that name. Thank you ever so much for the follow. Welcome on in. So that's why I'm planning on streaming for you, and for us, the Nintendo event, and then we will have our conversation. Our chat will be, of course, family-friendly, E for everyone, appropriate, and it just creates a nice little place for us to hang out and see what's going on. So, if you'd like to do that, plan on watching your Nintendo Direct here with me. We are going to do that. It should be a lot of fun. I will go live a little bit early so that we can kind of just chat a little bit, but I will be doing that. So next week, I'll be definitely streaming on Tuesday. Well, excuse me. Unless I get called into work. This is a possibility. This is a possibility. So I will let you know if that happens, but plan on it. Plan on joining me on Tuesday. Then Saturday night will be my my other stream next week. So it'll be a lighter week, but we'll be doing Zelda. We'll be playing Link's Awakening on original hardware. We'll be playing it through the GameCube. That should be a lot of fun. So we'll be doing that. And then I am planning on going back to a couple of the things that were announced and just kind of reviewing it. And I wasn't sure if I was going to actually touch on it at all. What I'm thinking I might do is if there's something really noteworthy in the other presentations, I might just make a small video. It could even be like a little Twitter video. Look at all these sticks Mana Sprout was making a mess in the island. Shaking trees. I love it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is, just make a little video and we'll just kind of go from there. I do know of two things that have been that have happened thus far that I'm interested in. The first is the Wholesome Games event. I really would like to go back and check this out. Skunktronics, thank you for that follow. Seriously. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the Link's Awakening as well. And for anyone who's new here, I actually invite Friends of Mana to help me when I am playing Zelda, as I'm trying to play through the whole series, and so you can actually join me and be a guide. So that's a thing. Now, by the way, because of the fact that I'm trying to work through Zelda, if I go down to 1 or 2 a week, then I'm definitely going to have a slower time of making my way through the Zelda game. So I might try and do two streams, or I might try and do some bonus streams. But this is the problem. I love streaming. I'd love to do it just all the time, but I have to be more wise about my time here. Skunk says many people seem to hate editing videos because it can be really tedious, but for me it's fun. Well, that's always helpful. I'll be doing my own recording, so I'll be avoiding spoilers. No problem, Scooter. You do not need to worry. I do understand that, as other content creators certainly might want to do the same thing. But yes, so I got a little sidetracked there, but my plan for next week is to hang out and do that E3. Oh yes, I was talking about Wholesome Games. Wholesome Games is looking really interesting. Looks like a bunch of indie games that are meant to be wholesome and appropriate. There's also some information about Arcade 1-Up. They announced a few things, which was kind of cool. And then we also are going to... we also got something from Playdate, which was... they had a really cool thing. I actually did watch that one. I'd like to actually share some information on that. It's a really cool-looking game console, handheld. Looks a lot of fun. Kind of similar in some ways in approach to this. The Arju Boy, but a little different. We've been distracted for a little bit, right? That is true. Very good point. And then Ubisoft, and we do know there is a new Mario Rabbids game that was announced, but I did not watch the Ubisoft event. Okay, so that's going to be something I'm going to be checking out here, and then looking at. But yes, but that was plastered everywhere on the tweeters. So my apologies if anyone wanted to be spoiler free for that. I really do apologize. That was not very considerate of me. But yes. So lots of different things out there. Definitely going to be an interesting scooter. Oh my gosh. And then there's Rabid Peach just right there. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, should be a really kind of an interesting E3. I tend not to watch a lot of the other companies because they tend to be really abrasive and harsh, usually with some foul language, and a lot of games I'm just not interested in, frankly. So, I'm planning on probably looking back, and I'm very good at tracking the sides, right? Thank you, Chrono. So I'm thinking what I'll probably end up doing is going to the videos that are posted after and just scrubbing through so that I can skip all of the many things that I'm just frankly not interested in. I'm not really into like first-person shooters, etc. So there are a lot of games that get announced that are just iterations on these games that I'm just not a fan of. I just don't enjoy them. And, I won't be like the many people I saw today that were going zzz during everything. I did see another thing during Ubisoft, which looks cool. It was the Rocksmith X, I believe they called it, which is like a way to learn guitar through kind of gamifying it. And it just seemed pretty cool. But everybody was talking about, get to the real games. And I was like, well, but like, I'm interested. Like someone said, nobody cares. And I'm like, I care. So, yeah, Pixel Knight says I'm definitely going to watch Capcom and Square Enix. Those ones I will definitely be interested in. Probably Sony. I probably won't be too interested in Microsoft's or like EA. Kind of maybe EA just because of Star Wars content. But we'll see. Oh, wow. Filled up there. Okay. Well, what do we get here? Oh, my goodness. Okay. My goodness. Wow. You can do that. That helps. Wow. Well, let's just wear this and go diving for a little bit. Look how goofy we look like this. I probably should be. I should do it right. Definitely not wear socks, right? And there we go. All right, there we go. Now we're ready. Now we're ready, everybody. Cannonball! There we go. Don't have high hopes for new Ubisoft games. They can't even get Uno right. Oh no, Scott, that's too bad. Kind of always just wait for the buzz afterwards to let me know if there's anything real exciting coming down the pipeline. Dash says, the real fun stuff is always all over the internet really quickly. So that's kind of why I was thinking that maybe what I would do... So here's what I've been realizing. for a very long time, I've thought that I didn't really have anything really of value beyond trying to be, wholesome and appropriate in my streams. And, I'm not an expert gamer. I'm not going to blow anyone away with my incredible, prowess in games, right? I mean, my gosh, I'm on a team with Amy or A Forest Life, and she's an incredible builder in Animal Crossing, right? So I can't even compete in that arena. But what I was thinking is I do have my finger on the pulse of the gaming world, especially in sort of the area that I enjoy. Specifically in terms of, games that are really beautiful presentations, maybe with some depth of gameplay or depth of story. And so that, typically for me, it's Nintendo and indie, right? And I tend to have my finger on the pulse of what's out there. And so what I was thinking is that Pixel Knight's gonna be RB, by the way. And also Chibi Mana still has a unicorn horn taped to his head. Nice. I like it. What I was thinking is that I could share with you through a few different methods, essentially a best or top hits of the announcement news. One thing I'm nervous about, and I've realized I'm even susceptible to it and have fallen prey to this recently, is just this culture of want, gimme, gimme, gimme. And I think a lot of content creators and that term influencer really does apply in terms of driving sales, right? And to a certain extent, I'm not going to be able to shake that. But I do want to try at least to present news that I find fascinating because there are products and things out there, and developers and creators, artists, game designers, who are making some really neat things that I think deserve a little more attention. And I'm going to be honest, if I even think about playing Balan Wonderworld, like that game so far, I might even do a little review on it or something, because it's become popular to just rag on it, and yet it's actually been fun. I've enjoyed it. And it's not a full price game. In fact, it's on sale even now. And, I think for the price, you probably would get plenty of fun out of it if you were willing to get it. But unfortunately, it's been so universally panned that people ignore it. Is it perfect? No, it's not without some faults, for sure. But it actually is a lot of fun. And I think if I can somehow help to curate what I think is interesting, maybe people might find some new things. I've been really interested in Apple Arcade as of late, because there's some really cool games coming out there, and a lot of the really best ones, after their exclusivity with Apple go away, come to the Switch. So I think playing Apple Arcade games is totally something I'd love to share with you more. And I would absolutely love to highlight these games for you that you otherwise might miss out on. And I actually think Apple Arcade is not talked nearly enough about. It's a lot of fun. It's a really neat platform. So anyway, that's just a little aside. But yeah. Have I ever played Life is Strange? I wouldn't have if it wasn't for Evil Guy. Fantastic story. I have not. I've watched it played, though. And I don't know that I can do it. I haven't watched all of it. But, I haven't seen everything. But I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm up to it. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let's do this then. But Starlink, oh yeah, it's a lot of fun despite lousy reviews and poor sales. Exactly. Well, I still see it at a local store, local big box store. They still have clearance versions of that game, and have not yet, not yet done away with that, which is really sad. I happen to have the game digitally. I have not played it yet, but I've heard good things as well. And yeah, you're right. It's just one of those things that tends to happen. We sort of say, oh, it's not a good game, and we bypass it. A lot of games can have a really great experience despite flaws. And I think that's where people get caught up is, we tend to just start bashing a game and not really just stopping and asking ourselves, wait, can we have some fun with it? I'd rather just have some fun with it. I think people want a good experience at launch, not several updates later, Kaboomer says. And that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Though, yeah, that might just be the era we're in now. It's hard to get away from that. Super excited about Game Builder Garage. If it's easy as it seems, I'll be able to make make some amazing things, Skunk says. Yeah, it does look really cool. It looks really cool. I'm with you on that. I don't have it yet. Would like to get it at some point. That does look a lot of fun. So then I kind of always do this. I get to this point where I'm trying to sort of play the game. And, I'm telling you, there was so much to talk about that I could probably just make this a just chatting stream. So what do you think? It seems like the chatting bits is one of the most important parts of my streams. How do I balance that with games? Do you want to see more games? Do you want to see more videos? I'm really curious. I would say that I'm likely to want to stream more than I should. And so I need to make sure that I focus my energy. And again, it's that intentional bit. I need to work on that. So I'm back. What happened? Did anyone burn the house down? No, Pixel Knight, you're good. But E3 predictions. We were talking about this a little bit in Seth's stream, and last one as we were playing some Mario Kart. I do not think we're going to see, anything like a Mario Kart 9 or anything like that. Ooh, we got a violin beetle. That's new. Awesome. Oh, we got to hear this from Blathers, everybody. Oh, I'm frozen. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. What happened? There we go. I don't think we're gonna get Mario Kart 9. Though it'd be fun, right? Like it would be cool, right? I would love to see more Labo. I would love to see them announce that they're going to release the Zelda Loftwing amiibo in higher quantity and that there are more pre-orders available. Maybe some cool Animal Crossing updates. Those are things I'd love. The violin beetle gets its name from its shape. That is, some think it resembles the stringed instrument. If you ask me, this is an insult to violins. With its flat body and small head, the violin beetle looks like nothing but a repulsive bug, plain and simple. Ooh. In fact, it is so repulsive, it oozes a foul liquid when frightened. This insect strikes a sour note indeed. Anywho, my sincerest thanks for your donation. There we go. Dodo code, statues, chat goes on regardless. Twitchy Berry says, thank you, Twitchy Berry. Yes, let me do. Let me open up my gate, I think is what I'm going to do. I think I'll just do it to friends. Dash says, lol, poor Blathers, no respite from insects. It's very true. Poor Blathers, indeed. Do we have anything over here? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, well, here, let's see here. I guess... Oh, I need to get rid of that tree, too. Hold on. I think... Can I... Wait, I can just chop it with this axe. There we go. I was about to go use fruit, and I'm like, wait, I don't need that. I can just do this. There we go. Forgetting some of the mechanics of this game, my goodness. Okay. Actually, Mario teaches coding. That's the next best thing, or big thing. That would be pretty cool. A return of Mario Paint. That'd be cool. Rare replay on Nintendo Switch. Really bad. That's what Scooter wants. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Scooter. That would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty sweet. Skunk says, but owls eat bugs. I mean, look, there's stuff like I want to go back to what is it called? Phoenix Rising. And I want to go back to Mario or Pokemon Snap. That's the challenge. That's the challenge, my friends. All right, let's deposit the full amount. There we go. The Legend of Typing a Link's... Wait, what? Link's new chapter? Is this like Legend of Zelda, but it's all typing? That'd be amazing, vlogger. That'd be amazing. But yeah, I could see a rare replay coming to Nintendo because, you know, Xbox has certainly been, or Microsoft has been fairly buddy-buddy with Nintendo, but we'll see. Yeah. But I'm interested in, of course, just this direct. I think, you know, one thing that is tough is it's very easy to get my expectations up when it comes to directs. And anytime I do that, I generally get disappointed. But not because there isn't good stuff in the direct, rather because I focus on the fact that the stuff I was expecting, anticipating, hoping for wasn't actually shared. So that's kind of the thing. I just need to not really think about it too much and just let Nintendo do their thing and then get excited. I really like Nintendo as a company. I really do. I think Wario doing TurboTax is in the making, Chronos says. That is amazing. Oh, I don't know. I wish Killer Instinct would come back to Nintendo, blogger says. But here's the funny thing. When I saw that, I read it as KK, like KK Slider, and I was like, what are you talking about? KK Slider reminded me that there is a full album of Animal Crossing music and KK Slider tunes that are being released on album. It's like you can get the whole collection, complete collection of all the New Horizons music between these few discs. And anyways, boy, would it be cool to have access to all that music. Might have to consider it because I love all of KK Slider's music, which is why we're going to actually have some folks listen to some KK Slider with us tonight. But yeah, I don't know. E3 predictions are always hard. I try not to think about it too much. Already there are some things. Oh, we have some information. I think coming. I can't remember when. I got to double check from Intellivision. So Amico is the console. It's the family-friendly console. Kind of like the good old days of Nintendo. You know, they're censoring stuff, making sure that it's appropriate. I don't know. I don't know where I stand right now on it. They've been showing this incredible artwork which they will bundle with the, with physical copies of the games. And it looks like the old days, Atari 2600 had all this incredible artwork. I mean, like, I'm just going to grab one. Here, this is the first one I saw here. By the way, we've got, this should be, very sweet, from Hawkesbury. Here's Night Driver. Look at that. Look how epic that looks, right? I mean, you see that artwork and you're like, man, this is a game. This is going to be so good. And, that's what it looked like, right? Which actually was pretty good. Right, let's be real. Or here's another one. There's that, right? So here's this. By the way, this is Star Fox on Atari 2600. Did you know that Star Fox came out for the 2600? It did. Yeah, it totally did. Star Fox 2600. So these covers that Intellivision are making kind of look like this, where it's that really nice, beautiful sort of thing. Oh yeah, feel free. Do a quick museum check. Sounds good, Tucci Berry. So, hey, Namus is here. Welcome on in. And Pixel Knight says, redeemed a message and says, I'll bet the farm that we're getting a Battle Network collection. Ooh, that would be nice. Scooter redeems the message and says, I'm calling it here, that new Battletoads game coming to Switch. Oh, that would be so good. That would be amazing. I like that idea. Very much do. Ooh, I want this. I want this a lot. I want it so badly. I need to go. I need to buy a shower. I want to buy a shower, everybody. So Intellivision is doing that. The thing is, I'm hoping, like their cover art is so good. I'm hoping that they will, their games are still from small teams, right? And I'm not trying to be overly critical here. Look, I actually think the Intellivision is really exciting. I want it. I'm playing Balan Wonderworld. I see sort of what I would consider to be problems in the art direction. I've always thought Square Enix, for some reason, can't quite do art direction on a lot of their games that well, if you ask me. Like, a lot of them, they seem like there's not a good contrast of colors. They sort of use, like, it's all very samey and everything gets kind of cluttered. Anyway, I'm noticing that some of the games for the Intellivision seem a little less polished than I would like. And so I'm hoping that, it's not going to be a case of like Atari where, oh, look at that amazing looking game. And then, it doesn't live up to the graphics kind of thing. So that's kind of all I was thinking. But Namus, welcome on in, my friend. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Always great to see Namus. Hey man, I'm here to say hello. Can't stay. No worries. No worries. What is a Scooter says? Remember that when you live stream. Okay. Sounds good. Let's see what, close the window. Hold on a second. Ending the conversation. And let's see what's going on. Saving. Remember the bike level from Battletoads. Mine crashes, Chronos says. Oh dear. Oh dear. Animate Barrel is coming. Yay. Animate Barrel. Yahoo. Awesome. Square Enix can't do good art direction. Looks at Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, the Mana series, Dragon Quest, Kingdom Hearts, and more. I should definitely qualify what I said. Okay. I believe in the pixel art era, Square Enix excelled. Well, Square back then, or Squaresoft. And Enix had also. I think that as a company, they're exceptional at pixel art. Oh, I like your dress. That's awesome. Once it came to 3D games, that's when I think their art direction suffered. I don't, and don't get me wrong, I don't think that they're bad. It's just there's things that I think could be better. And with the exception of say like right now Final Fantasy VII remake, that obviously looks very very polished, very very nice, and they've spent a lot of money just perfecting this engine and everything. But for a lot of Square Enix games, a lot of ports, etc., a lot of smaller games, smaller things, the art direction just seems lackluster to me. That said, I mean, some of the old guard that worked on some of these things have developed games. Like I've been playing this one called, Futura, I think it is, for Apple Arcade. And it's really cool because it is made by some of the team that made Final Fantasy VII, or excuse me, Final Fantasy. And it's really solid. So, anyway, I mean, that's just, that's that. That's all. I was going to say about it, though, that it's all done kind of like dioramas that they photographed. So it's really unique, and I like it. And then, polygon characters over that. So what is this? Dash says, and Square Enix could maybe go with roughly 70% less zippers and belts. Yes. Yes. Let's see here. Oh, that's funny. This is the easiest to grab real quick, but by any chance, oh my gosh, these aren't even opened. These aren't even open, but could you be referencing something like like that? Little zippers. Oh, here's the other. Look at Donald Duck. There's that's what we're talking about right there. He's got like zippers on his hat. Why do you have zippers on your hat, Donald? What? Why do you have zippers on your hat? Donald, what? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would you do Goofy? Goofy, bring back the zippered cargo pants. What? Anyway. Or like the Trials of Mana. I really like Trials of Mana. The original game, beautiful pixel art, gorgeous, colorful. The remake, it's okay. I mean, the game is really good, but the graphics, I mean, it's Now, Dawn of Mana. I can't get that easily right now. It's on the second row there for the PS2 games. But Dawn of Mana, ooh, that has some good art direction. Kingdom Hearts Trilogy for Switch, please, Scooter says. That would be pretty cool, right? Pixel Knight says, I respectfully disagree for the most part. For Trials of Mana, remake looks great. Still need to grab it, but yeah, I love the pixel art stuff from them and just pixel art in general. You know, it's funny because I didn't read that until after I made my comment about Trials of Mana. So, hey, and also, thank you. That was... Can we just take a moment? I love this. Pixel Knight just, hey, I respectfully disagree. Here's my take. You know what? Hot dog. That's how we can interact as humans. Fair. And, I might be a little overly critical with my take on Trials of Mana. And I haven't played it all the way through it either. the remake. I should. But, I mean, I think it's that I prefer... Oh, I've got a mana potion on my head. I prefer the pixel art. And so the other, doesn't quite hold up, I think is what it is. In my mind. It's yeah. Because it is good, actually. But yeah, I don't know. I think what it is I tend to hold everything to the standard of say, Nintendo, because I play a lot of Nintendo games. And Nintendo first-party games, by and far, have incredible polished graphics. Seriously. I mean, that stand the test of time. I mean, the original Wind Waker still looks good to this day. I mean, really, it does. Like, I've fired it up recently. It's really impressive. So, that's a lot. I mean, not everything is going to have the benefit of, Nintendo obviously puts a lot of time and effort into their games. They get things just right. And they weren't always like that. But over time, they've gotten that good. So anyway, I do admire their commitment to clown shoes. That's commitment to a bit that I can respect, Dash says. Right. The clown shoes. I do like it. So do Bandai Namco on Switch Wii U? Wait, oh, sorry. I think I missed something here. Empty those pockets. I did indeed. Oops, hold on a second. Getting the Nook Miles here. Yep. That's what I was doing. Look at that. There we go. And then I'm going to put these clothes on. Maybe? Hold on. Add this on. Oh, that's not what I wanted to wear. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there they are. Down there. Okay. Whew. Okay. That's what I was wearing. There's that. Gifts from Anna, Barry says in the corner. I love it. And then I go over here. There we go. Okay. So sorry. It's time for a spin-off Kingdom Hearts to be on Nintendo. I mean, yeah. Ooh, look at this. It's like a trail of gifts. Oh my gosh. Hey, you two. This is great. Oh my goodness. Need a robust or familiar? We could take a look. I don't know. I don't remember. Has anyone played Thief? No, I have not, Kaboomer. Would love to see a game in the art style of the illustrations for the old SNES Final Fantasy games. That stuff reminds me of Gerard Mobius's art in the best way. There's some amazing artwork from back in the day. I agree with you totally. I have those. Okay. Luigi pulled a Santa, right? Yes, right, Pixel Knight. So sorry, I got a little distracted there, but yeah. So let me do this. So Kappa sent me, dear Brian, I want to express my appreciation. I got a Switch Lite. Thank you so much, Kappa. And then Blanche sent me something. Oh, I often have screens on in the dark. It's really not good. Oh, look at that. Lopez thought they were a city boy. But they need a designer fishing pole. Kind to help out in the fashion studies. I'm glad, Label. Thank you so very much. Happy I could do it. Spork had a dream about me. Oh my gosh. Cool. There we go. I like imagining Marina. What was that? Mike Tron, hello. How are you, my friend? I like imagining Marina like the nurse in Pokemon. Yeah, a little bit. That's totally right. The pink and everything. I like that a lot. So sorry, I got a little bit distracted there, but yeah. I agree. I think, that'd be really cool. Now, Scooter's saying, so do Bandai Namco on Switch Wii U. I'm not graphics from Bandai Namco on Switch. Help me out, Scooter. I'm not following in Wii U. I'm not following. I mean, identical versions in each town. That would be pretty cool, actually. I got you now. I got you. But they do kind of look somewhat similar. The little pink. It's like a Clefairy or something like that was there. Oh, wait. I don't think I can actually donate while people are here. You okay? That's good to hear, Mike Tron. Okay, let's go down here again. What did we get, I wonder? Got ourselves Taylor tickets, shaded floor lamp, and Nintendo Switch Lite. There we go. Nice. Okay. I don't think that I can donate anything. Let's see. If I try... Yep. Okay. No worries. No worries. So in that case, talking about polish games. Oh yeah. So like Square Enix, Dawn of Man, I thought had a beautiful art style, and it still looks gorgeous. Trials of Mana just doesn't quite hit there, and I know some of it is just development times and whatnot, but yeah. Let's gather and chat with KK, everybody. It's nice that Square Enix game has beautiful graphics, though I can only say that from based on my experience with it on the PlayStation 3. Oh, Thief, Kaboomer says. There, see, that's fair. Actually, you know what? That's the thing about. So Nintendo consistently has that polish. Square Enix sometimes does, but it's just all over the board. I think that's what it is. Well, if it isn't the cool cat who puts the hep in my step, Brian, you ready for me to wail? I'm ready. Oh, Scooter says, I'm saying I'm impressed with graphics from Bandai Namco on Switch and Wii U. I gotcha. Yes, actually. You're right. They are really good. I guess, hey, you know what it comes down... I mean, obviously there's a lot of subjectivity in all of this, but I think it's fair to say that in... I kind of care a lot about graphics. I think it's fair to say that in the modern era, we are spoiled for choice. And the fact that we even are having these conversations about polish in games speaks to that. Back in the day, there were a lot of Nintendo games that weren't that polished, but they were a lot of fun, and we played them because that was about all we had. And so now, and that might be another conversation for another day, and about how we are actually oversaturated with things that can occupy our time. But that was a good conversation. See, there, Pixel Knight is more of a story and gameplay guy. I think I'm more of a art design and gameplay. Story doesn't matter to me too much. Some of my favorite games either have no story or have a very, very basic story that's just, whatever. Mario. Look, everyone's dancing. I love it. So everyone, what we need to do is we need to hear a song here. And I'm thinking the first question, everybody, is what should we go with? I'll leave it up to KK Slider. Maybe be in the mood for something, or choose a specific song. What do you think? And why not? I'll make another poll. Let's do it. There we go. I'll leave it up to you. I'm in a mood. Give me that one song. There we go. 1 minute on the timer there for you. Go ahead and feel free. Leave it to KK. Likely get a dirge, Twitchy Barry says. And Barry, thank you ever so much for these. I'll definitely, after we listen to a song, I'll close down and we'll actually give those to Blathers and we'll take a peek at them. And then we're probably going to have to start wrapping up here pretty soon. Hey, if anybody's new around here, I just want to say again, thank you for being here. And to everyone who's still somewhat new and coming back, thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate it. Hey, if you want, you can hop on over to my YouTube channel, my Twitter. Go to artofmana.com to find out more information, all that stuff. What?
I honestly don't know why my Twitch is glitched. It's giving me the sub message now even though I subbed like 20 days ago.
Hey, thank you so much, Wolfsmith. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, that is awesome. Welcome on in and thank you for that sub. 8 months, nice. And a 2-month streak. Thank you, my friend. Thank you all for keeping this alive. All right, we're going to leave this up to KK Slider, my friends. That's what won the vote. And thank you so much. Oh my gosh, look at all those emotes. Sub hype. Sub hype. Seriously, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Wolves, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Oh, gosh. Okay, pick of the litter. Everybody sit down, grab a seat. KK's going to start barking at us. Come on over. Let's do it. There we go. We all took our own separate location here. Just hit midnight, relaxing all day today. Nice, wolves. That's awesome. That's always good. Okay. Let's get ready for this here. I'm pumped. Ooh. This seems quiet.
Me, not me, me, quick, me, not me, quick, me, not me, me, quick, me,
There we go.
me, not me, me, quick, me,
Why am I listening to this dog when I can get my guitar and play? Because this guy is better than me today. His name is KK, and I don't know, but if you can show me a more talented dog than he, I'll be flabbergasted. That's pretty good. I like it. It's a good song. I don't even know what this one's called, but it's just nice. It's pleasant. And it's nice with Barry and Beryl. This is nice. This is very nice. Pixel Knight says, seriously, I made a whole timeline and then CW changed it by merging their multiverse. Oh no! I usually pay a lot of attention to lore in a game or anything I'm watching. I made a CW Batman timeline which didn't matter after Flash changed the timeline. Oh no. Barry, Beryl, and Brian, you're right. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Barry, Beryl, and Brian, that could be our new talk show. I like it. Cool. That's awesome. How many KK concerts have you seen? That's a good question, actually. How do I check? Probably over here. Oh, I don't see anything. KK Mania. There we go. 47 of 60. 47 of 60. I've seen 47 concerts. There we go. Encore. That's a pretty good amount, actually. Yeah. 47 of them. There we go. Dash, I like that. But yeah, well, what I was thinking is I might just wrap up the session now, and that way I could give my statues back to the, or do we want to listen to another one? 58 concerts, nice. We could do another one. Do we want to do another one? Because I was gonna say we could wrap up. You know, it's about 9 o'clock. I'm thinking I would like to end somewhat soon because we did multiple streams this week. What I'm thinking is if I do one stream a week, I might just make it a 3-hour expectation, right? But we'll see. For right now, I'm thinking just the 2. But I was thinking we could end. I could donate. Let's just listen to one more song. Let's do one more song. Yeah. Encore. Encore. Oh, that's fine. Animate Barrel, you can shake a tree. I forgive you. Let's have a seat. KK Folk. This is a pretty good one, I think. Non-moved. Oh. Animate Barrel, join us. Animate Barrel is going to just be in the background running around. This one's kind of funny.
Na oh, na me na oh me na oh, na me na oh na oh na oh na oh.
This one, you look at Anime Barrel's really getting into it right now. I love it. And Barry, we've heard this one before. This is one of my favorites, so whatever. Pixel Knight says, my original one was Batman, started late 80 or early 90s, quit in about 2013, 2014, since we know Batgirl also existed and became Oracle. There you go. Well, I do think that Batman timelines would be an interesting one, because I've noticed online it's really hard to find a good Batman timeline. I was trying to organize my comics, my Batman comics, along sort of a timeline. And obviously there's restarts, reboots, etc., and things that are, different universes, etc. But anyway, it was a real pain to try and sort my comics by some kind of timeline. I'll probably end up selling those comics sometime soon anyway, but that's okay. Barrow was just plugging in their Switch. No probs, no probs. It sounds like a fantasy song a little bit, Pixel Knight, a little bit. But yes, I do very much like, I very much like lore as well. It is pretty cool, but I don't need them in my games. And sometimes, unless a game is really good at it, I just don't want to invest the time in it. I'd rather read a book or a movie, basically get my stories from another medium. That's just my own personal tastes. I did happen to pick up the Telltale Batman game for free, though, as a Twitch Prime member. If you have Twitch Prime, you can actually go ahead and redeem that in the little, that's probably up there for you. There's like a little crown. You just click it and stuff happens. It's magical. So that's an option for you. All right. Well, thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. And now, you know what? One more time. That was not a super. I mean, that wasn't the best song to end on. You know what? We gotta choose this. We actually have no. You know what? We have to go pull out all the stops here, because it's been a while, and I love me some KK Disco. We gotta hear this, because this is Cupcake would be good too. Disco is just it's just, I never get tired of hearing it. It's so good. Oh, the Arkham games, Pixel Knight says, are really good. I've only played one, I think. Oh no. KK Disco, here we go, friends. Get ready. Get ready. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. Love this song. It's so good. Oh no. I just love this song. It's so good. Oh, and this little breakdown. Yeah. Oh man. Like the angels in heaven are playing acoustic guitar and playing this song. Just saying. I don't even like disco. I really don't. Like, I'm not a fan of disco at all, but this song is just on fire. This is the Cat's Pajamas. That little, just this little groove right here. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's such a simple little. What is that? Like the. It slaps and bops, right? It's so good. It's just like it's one of those songs that you just have to smile through. Like that's perfect. I love it. I mean, you can't help but be in a good mood. It's like listening to Irish music or like a really good, bebop. Like for me, so good, so good. Well, thank you ever so much for coming. I'm going to end that session so that I can go ahead and give the donations to Blathers. But thank you so much. This was super fun. We'll definitely do more. I definitely feel like yeah, I want to play Splatoon with you. There's so many things I want to do. But there's so many games I want to review or share with you, and so I need to figure out another format, a short format to showcase those. The question of even like doing a stream with these, and then I was thinking the other day, like I would love to do another Virtual Boy stream, but yeah. Anyway, by the way, I happen to have another one that's red. These actually, the blue and the red have different games. And then I happen to have this, which is another interesting thing. This is so where these are like 16-bit games, these are like 8-bit, but they also have licensed games. So like if I were to turn this on, which you can see here, there's actually 3 settings. So if you just do the second setting, it turns it on. First setting, or the one setting will actually turn on. The next, hold on a second, let me. The next setting actually puts the, I don't know if you can tell, it actually puts the LEDs under the buttons on. All right, so here we go. Here's our My Arcade game. So I'll get this a little closer so that maybe you can hear. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's a fun song. But so they have licensed games here. And then it's like a 308 and 1. It's really 301, right? So then the next has, I went the wrong way. There you go. So there you have like this little platformer stuff here. And it's goofy. It's like goofy stuff. Like, and I don't know why Curly Monkey 1 or 2 is before Curly Monkey 1. But oh wait. There. Oh, I think. Oh shoot. There we go. So there's what this is. Little Curly Monkey. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna try and play this backwards for you. Oh no. Or not, because I'm apparently really... Oh! not able to do this. There we go. I got a little boomerang here. Oh, this is weird. Anyway, yeah, it's just a little, it's its own little custom game. Too monkey, too curly, right? So it's kind of fun. What the hey? You know, one of these days I will stream it. Actually, there's actually a AV out right here. There's actually a AV out right there. There. I guess it'll show up that way. AV out. Same on these. Oh, actually, no, excuse me. So the red one just has aux out right there, it says, I believe. Aux out. And the blue one, these are all just out because I was lining them up. Blue one has, oops. Aux out right there. Or AV out, so that you can hook this one up. You can't hook up the other one. Although I could still point a camera on it just as fine. But these would work on here. Now, the fun thing with these ones that are like 16-bit is those ones have some kind of cool games, kind of like Wii Sports type knockoff things too. But it's actually got some pretty fun ones. There are different games on the red and blue, unfortunately. It's not just the AV out, but hey, what are you going to do? So, but yeah, those are just some of the things. I also have like this little thing. I used to have a really cool brick playing game. I got rid of a lot of these types of games when I was a kid. Like going into college, I actually got rid of these, and I regret it now. But my brother-in-law gave me this one later, and it's got a little flip-up thing here. Maybe. A little scuff on it, and it doesn't have battery in it right now, or batteries, but it's like a little rocket ship, and it kind of works like a brick Tetris clone, but with like the option of doing like weird platforming games with just the bricks that are there. So it's just like squares on a grid, but you can do like a racing game on it. Anyway, but I could get into showing off. I'll show these things off at a later point. Mike Tron has to go to bed, so have a wonderful night, Mike Tron. Thank you for coming for a little bit. Really do appreciate that. And now to go and give our stuff to Blathers, and then we're going to call it a stream. And I see, I started it, but it's been a while, and finding time without kids watching is rare, Twitchy Berry says. Are you talking about for Arkham Origins? I've been playing single player Splatoon 2 and Slosher freaking reeks, Pixel Knight says. I do like the Slosher. AB Retro Tink Scooter says, right? Oh my gosh. The Retro Tink 5X, man. Oof. There's so many things I want streaming wise, but maybe someday. Arkham City. Oh, Arkham City. On the Wii U. That's what I started playing. I did play through that, actually. It was pretty fun. I got into it. I dug it. Oh my gosh, look at all these. Warrior statue, Rockhead statue, Ancient statue, Valiant statue, Gallant statue, Tremendous statue. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Although I just realized I should have done them one by one so I could actually have heard about them. Oh no, why didn't I do that? Shoot, why didn't I do that? I don't think... Oops, why did I also go this way? I don't think I can go back and listen to them, right? There's no way. Dang. Oh well. I always forget that. But let's see what they look like. Statues don't have descriptions from Blathers. Oh, thank you, Beryl. I feel less bad about that then. Oh my gosh. Ooh, yay. Oh yeah, that's right. David is really tall. Like, super tall. Oh my gosh. I love the artwork in here. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is great. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is cool. Oh my gosh. This makes me want to go like bust out my Metropolitan Museum of Art book that I've got. Oh, that's cool. Dang. I did not expect that all of a sudden. Just showing up. Just like, hey, yo. He tells you to read the panel. Fair. My gosh, this is so cool. The Rockhead statue. Olmec, I want to play some Spelunky now. I really want to play some Spelunky all of a sudden. Oh, man. Man, I have so many scripts to work on. Thankfully, a friend helped with the Transformer script I had a roadblock on. Oh, yeah, fair enough. That's always helpful. Someone at some point in the chat also mentioned that if I wanted help with editing, that they would be willing. I forget who that was, but thank you to that person. All right. Well, it's weird seeing the differences between the American and Japanese version of Transformers characters like Chrome Dome. I bet, Pixel Knight. I bet. Well, friends, it's about 9:30. We had 2.5 hours to this stream. And honestly, I think it's been good. I think that's all we've got time for tonight. I'm going to try. I'm kind of tired, but I'm going to try to spend some time with Ms. Mana. Maybe we'll get to watch a little bit of Stranger Things before bed. Who knows? But I do have some things to do in the morning as well, church-related, etc. And hopefully a little bit of prepping for E3 as well. And I mean, I guess let's snap our fingers. Let's do it. We're going to go ahead and are we going to raid someone? I don't know. Let's take a look here. Let's look. Let's look at, excuse me, who is streaming? Oh, Snapple. Oh, Snapple. I believe SFC Gamer John 15 is celebrating his birthday today, which that's a good reason to go and give some love to Gamer John. He is playing, by the way, Raid Shadow Legends, which just cracks me up. It just cracks me up. But I think we might have to go and raid our dear friend there. He's pretty cool, if you don't know. Before I go play, Pixel Knight is going to go play Duck Hunt. Oh my gosh. Chrome Dome has never had a toy with a chrome head. Well. Oh, Pixel Knight studied the Olmec head in school. Nice. That's neat. Real quick, I'm also checking Family Friendly Live. Let's just take a look and see who is live there. Oh, Belaim is playing some finishing up the finale in Phoenix Wright. Oh, and JJDB 210 is playing Among Us. And Music by Styx is playing some drums, actually, which is kind of cool. Man. It's hard when you have so many people that you're friends with streaming. I'm going to just take one more look at my following list here, because I haven't done that for a little while. Let's take a look. Live channels. Let's see. Ooh, and then Kensei Zero is on and playing some Monster Hunter Rise. Kensei Zero is awesome. Okay. Well, okay. Well, I think what we're gonna do is raid SFC Gamer or Gamer John 15, which was originally. I mean, I was pretty convinced I was gonna do that, but I always like getting to give some extra special attention to people on their birthday. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do here. Oh, and also I've got Skunktronics Minecraft video up, so I'm ready to go check that out as well. But let's go ahead and get that raid going. John is a cool guy, if you don't know. I've been really happy to be a member of the Club Tortimer family, and hanging out with John has been awesome on there. Super cool streamer, super cool person. And actually, I'm going to just get everything ready here. But from their bio, they're a streamer that really enjoys playing relaxing games and RPGs that allow them to interact with chat. All about socializing. Please stop by. Feel free to say hi in chat. And if you like RPGs, I definitely think you would enjoy hanging out with John. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Everybody, please, if you're new around here, please do follow. Do appreciate that. It has been absolutely a joy to hang out with you. As always, do good, be well, stay safe and healthy, and I will catch you hopefully Tuesday for the Nintendo Direct. Bye-bye.